For too long, archaeologists and prehistorians, in their meticulous examination of our past, have, perhaps, failed to fully account for the sheer, devastating severity of the events that have reshaped this planet. We struggle to truly grasp the extent of the total remodeling of Earth's surface that has taken place, often because the prevailing question remains, where are the artifacts? Where is the pottery? Where is the undeniable evidence that this civilization ever existed? The very absence of such conventional markers is, in itself, a profound clue. Randall Carlson's theory about advanced ancient civilizations offers a truly fascinating and profoundly challenging departure from the narratives we typically encounter in mainstream archaeology. He posits the existence of highly sophisticated societies that may have thrived tens of thousands of years ago, long before the traditional cradles of cytical prominence. Imagine, if you will, entire civilizations flourishing before or even during the profound depths of the last great ice age, a monumental epoch that finally receded around 11,700 years ago. That singular idea alone dramatically pushes back the conventional timeline of human development by not just hundreds, but several millennia. When one examines the compelling evidence Carlson meticulously brings to the table, it centers primarily on the massive, often mystifying megalithic structures scattered across the globe. Consider the iconic pyramids of Giza, for instance. Their astonishing alignment with the stars of Orion's belt and the almost unimaginable precision of their construction remains truly mind-blowing. Or ponder Stonehenge, with its precise solstitial alignment, standing sentinel on the wind-swept Salisbury Plain. Within the Great Pyramid, two of its enigmatic shafts extend all the way through the colossal stone body, exiting on the outside, and, incredibly, point directly at particularly significant celestial bodies, indicating an astronomical sophistication that defies conventional understanding. These monumental structures powerfully suggest that the people who conceived and built them possessed a far more advanced understanding of astronomy and celestial mechanics than we typically concede. Carlson delves deeply into the extraordinary engineering and architectural skills of these ancient builders. He meticulously details how they constructed these massive stone structures, some involving individual stones weighing not just hundreds of pounds, but many, many tons. Just pause for a moment and contemplate the immense logistical challenges, the quarrying, the transportation over vast distances, and the utterly precise placement of these enormous stones. Such feats point to a level of engineering know-how and a profound grasp of physical principles that appear profoundly ahead of their time, challenging our preconceived notions of primitive antiquity. Randall Carlson's theory about ancient civilizations is, without question, something entirely different, isn't it? It compels us to re-examine the very roots of our history in an entirely new light. We must consider not only the megalithic structures that still stand, but also those that have vanished. When one accounts for the dramatic post-glacial rise of global sea levels, a staggering 400 feet in some areas, and the subsequent isostatic subsidence of the seafloor and coastal landmasses, it becomes not at all implausible that vast, complex island civilizations, or extensive coastal settlements, were utterly consumed by the encroaching oceans, their material evidence now lying submerged, perhaps forever beyond our reach. The very ground beneath our feet and the waters that cover so much of our world may hold secrets to a past far grander and far more cataclysmic than we have yet dared to imagine. What truly lies beneath the waves, or buried beneath millennia of sediment, might force us to rewrite the entire saga of human civilization. Across the vast expanse of the mid-Atlantic Ocean, tantalizing whispers of a forgotten past emerge from the abyssal depths. Randall Carlson, a formidable voice challenging conventional timelines, interprets these enigmatic formations not as geological anomalies, but as profound evidence of advanced prehistoric civilizations, their legacies submerged by the tides of time and cataclysm. Consider the Great Pyramid of Giza, a monumental testament to an engineering prowess that defies our understanding. It is comprised of over 2,300,000 stone blocks, each weighing many tons, meticulously quarried, transported, and placed with an almost unbelievable precision. This isn't merely a feat of brute strength, but a symphony of sophisticated design, astronomical insight, and an organizational capacity we struggle to reconcile with the supposed technological limitations of its era. Yet, Giza stands not in isolation. These colossal megalithic structures punctuate the global landscape, from the ancient stone circly temple complexes nestled deep within the jungles of Mesoamerica, such as Teotihuacan and Chichen Itza. Carlson meticulously highlights the striking similarities in their construction techniques, the shared geometric principles, and, most tellingly, their consistent astronomical alignments across vastly disparate cultures. It is as if these ancient builders, separated by continents and millennia, were all drawing from a singular, globally distributed wellspring of advanced knowledge. The implications are, quite frankly, mind-blowing. The true intrigue deepens when Carlson posits a compelling link between the abrupt disappearance of this advanced knowledge and a series of catastrophic global events. He frequently references the Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis, a radical theory suggesting that a cataclysmic comet impact, or perhaps multiple impacts, might have triggered sudden and drastic climatic shifts at the very close of the last great ice age. Imagine, if you will, the sheer scale of such an event. You may have periods of time where you have multiple impacts occurring over a short period of time, Carlson explains, his voice grave, associated with the destruction and disintegration of large comets. Picture the sky ablaze, themate destabilization, and the agonizing collapse of entire civilisms. Apocalyptic scenario could be precisely what obliterated these advanced societies and their accumulated wisdom. But here's the crucial distinction in Carlson's perspective. This lost knowledge didn't simply vanish into the ether. He believes it persisted, albeit in fragmented and symbolically encoded forms, within the rich tapestries of myths, legends, and sacred religious texts. He views these not merely as fanciful stories, but as allegorical historical records, repositories of ancestral memory. Take, for instance, the ubiquitous flood recounting, the tale of Utnapishtim. Carlson interprets these as profound, if veiled, references to actual historical events, specifically the massive, rapid post-glacial flooding that would have reshaped coastlines and inundated vast landmasses at the end of the Younger Dryas. He contends that remnants of scientific and technological understanding from these sophisticated, vanished civilizations were diligently passed down through generations, albeit transformed and distilled into symbolic narratives, ensuring their survival. Returning to the physical manifestations of this ancient wisdom, Randall Carlson's exhaustive work on the astronomical alignments embedded within megalithic structures is akin to peeling back layers of geological time to reveal the profound celestial knowledge possessed by these early civilizations. Consider the megalithic temples of Malta, Hagar Kim, and Menidra, for example. These aren't just ancient, they are among the oldest freestanding structures in the entire world, predating even the pyramids of Egypt, with construction dating back to around 3,600 to 3,200 years before the Common Era. Their precise orientations reveal an astonishing understanding of the solstices and equinoxes, marking the passage of the sun with incredible accuracy, turning these stone edifices into vast, intricate observatories. Such precision, achieved with rudimentary tools, speaks volumes about a lost paradigm of human ingenuity and a profound connection to the cosmos, a connection we are only now beginning to rediscover. What secrets, we must ask, still lie buried beneath the sands of time, waiting for us to decipher their silent, stony language? What truly sets these ancient marvels apart is their profound demonstration of an intricate understanding of celestial mechanics, particularly the relentless rhythm of the solar cycle. To stand within these sacred structures, especially during the equinoxes, is to bear witness to a celestial dance, meticulously choreographed by architects from a forgotten age. At Menadra, on those precise days of equal light and darkness, the first rays of dawn filter through a specific, deliberately placed aperture, traversing the darkened interior to illuminate, with breathtaking accuracy, an inner stone slab. It is this astonishing precision, a testament to their genius, that unequivocally reveals these builders were not merely stacking stones, they were aligning them with an almost divine foresight to cosmic events, marking the inexorable change of seasons with an architectural exactitude that still confounds us today. But the brilliance extends far beyond mere astronomical alignments. The architectural design itself stands as a singular marvel. Echoes of such profound celestial observation can be discerned in countless legends and myths, stories of the stars that have traversed millennia, reaching us from nations geographically disparate, yet spiritually connected. The very layout of these temples, from their foundational axes to their innermost chambers, appears to have been meticulously planned to synchronize with the sun's position at the most significant junctures of the year. Consider, for instance, the megalithic temple complex of Hagar Kim. Its main axis is oriented with an almost perfect alignment to the precise point where the sun ascends above the horizon during the solstices. This reveals a level of planning and an intimate understanding of the sun's intricate movements that speaks volumes about their sophisticated intellect. Then there is the sheer audacity of the construction itself. We are speaking of colossal megaliths, each weighing many tons, quarried, transported, and then positioned with an accuracy so profound that they seamlessly integrate with these celestial events. This was not simply a matter of brute force, though immense strength was undoubtedly required. It demanded a sophisticated knowledge of astronomy, advanced surveying techniques, and an engineering prowess that remains largely enigmatic. Furthermore, the builders skillfully utilized local limestone, a material abundant on the island of Malta, demonstrating a deep understanding of their natural environment and its resources. The profound complexity of these temples transcends their monumental size or the staggering weight of their constituent stones. They feature multiple apses, sacred altars, and intricate carvings, all forming integral components of a cohesive and complex architectural design. The series of semicircular chambers, often interconnected by a central corridor, and their precise alignment with specific astronomical events, suggests a ritualistic purpose deeply intertwined with the cosmic order. Across continents, another astounding testament to this celestial mastery emerges: the pyramids of Giza. The precision with which these colossal structures, particularly the Great Pyramid, align to the cardinal points of the compass is, quite simply, mind-boggling. Imagine the Great Pyramid, constructed for Pharaoh Khufu between approximately 2580 and 2560 BCE, is aligned almost perfectly north, south, east, and west. Its northern face deviates from true north by a mere fraction of a single degree. Considering the primitive tools and the era in which it was built, this represents an incredible, almost unbelievable feat of geometry, engineering, and astronomy. The construction techniques themselves remain shrouded in mystery. While the ancient Egyptians might have employed observations of specific stars or the sun's path at particular times to ascertain true north, this implies they possessed advanced surveying techniques and an acute, almost intuitive understanding of angles and straight lines. It is, in every sense, an impressive legacy. These ancient architects, through their monumental works, whisper across the ages, reminding us that humanity's quest to understand its place in the cosmos is as old as civilization itself. They gazed at the heavens, not just with wonder, but with a rigorous scientific curiosity, embedding their profound insights into stone, creating enduring monuments that continue to challenge our perceptions of what ancient peoples were capable of achieving. Their legacy is a timeless testament to the enduring human spirit's capacity for observation, innovation, and an unwavering desire to harmonize the earthly with the celestial. When one truly contemplates the rudimentary tools and nascent technologies available to ancient civilizations, the very existence of such monumental constructions as the Giza pyramids becomes an enigma, almost defying explanation. It is within this profound mystery that the fascinating, and often debated, Orion correlation theory emerges. This compelling hypothesis posits that the precise layout of the three principal pyramids on the Giza plateau does not merely reflect, but intentionally mirrors the distinct pattern of the stars comprising Orion's belt. Proponents of this theory, most notably the Belgian author Robert Bauval, argue with conviction that this celestial alignment was far from coincidental. Instead, they believe it was a deliberate, sacred act, embodying a deeply held ancient Egyptian conviction regarding the profound, unbreakable connection between the heavens and the earthly realm, particularly as it pertained to the journey of the soul into the afterlife. The ancient texts, often inscribed in silent, hallowed chambers, speak of the origins of the sky, the vast, silent expanse adorned with the luminous stars of Orion, and how from the moon, one's light illuminates the path. Observing these structures today, their surfaces, though weathered by millennia, retain an almost pristine quality, an eerie testament to the extraordinary craftsmanship of a bygone era. The intricate hieroglyphs and detailed reliefs, carved by hand with astonishing precision into unforgiving stone, remain breathtaking in their execution. Within the ancient Egyptian cosmological framework, Orion was intrinsically linked with Osiris, the revered god of rebirth, fertility, and the afterlife. From this perspective, the pyramids transcended their function as mere royal tombs. They ascended to become sophisticated celestial maps, monumental terrestrial representations of the heavens, and, crucially, spiritual gateways, conduits through which the pharaoh's immortal soul could ascend to merge with the stars, thereby achieving eternal life alongside the gods. The intricate details of this correlation deepen the intrigue. The smallest of the three Giza pyramids, that of Pharaoh Menkaure, is observed to be slightly offset from the perfect linear alignment of its two larger counterparts. Intriguingly, this precise offset mirrors the subtle deviation of Mintaka, the smallest star in Orion's belt, from the otherwise straight line formed by Al-Nitak and Al-Nilam. This striking parallel adds yet another profound layer of complexity and intentionality to the theory, challenging conventional explanations of ancient engineering and astronomical knowledge. Beyond the Orion correlation, the very design of the Giza pyramids incorporates other sophisticated alignments with the sun, and specific stars and constellations. For instance, within the colossal Great Pyramid itself, several narrow shafts, often referred to as air shafts, were discovered. While their precise function remains a subject of scholarly debate, some of these shafts align with particular stars. The northern shafts from the King's and Queen's chambers pointing towards Thuban, the pole star of that era, and Ursa Minor, and the southern shafts towards Sirius, Sopdet, and the belt stars of Orion revealed immense spiritual significance, possibly serving as symbolic pathways, guiding the pharaoh's soul on its celestial journey towards these specific stellar destinations. Furthermore, on certain auspicious days of the year, the sun performs a spectacular ballet with these ancient monoliths. At the equinoxes, the setting sun aligns perfectly between the two largest pyramids, Khufu and Khafra, creating a breathtaking visual spectacle. This phenomenon, known as the Akhet or Horizon of Khufu, was almost certainly of immense ceremonial importance in ancient Egyptian rituals, symbolizing the journey of the sun god Ra and the pharaoh's eternal cycle of rebirth. Moving across continents and millennia, we encounter another of the world's most known megalithic structures, Stonehenge. Standing majestically upon the Salisbury Plain in Wiltshire, England, Stonehenge offers another profound glimpse into the advanced astronomical understanding of prehistoric peoples. It begs the question, is it fair to suggest that in examining such wonders, we are, in essence, rediscovering a lost technology, a forgotten science from the distant past? I believe it is entirely fair to make that assertion, yes. What is particularly captivating about Stonehenge is not just its sheer scale. The colossal sarsen and bluestones, some weighing up to 50 tons, transported over vast distances and erected with astonishing precision. But its undeniable astronomical alignment and the sophisticated methods employed in its construction. The monument's most celebrated feature is undoubtedly its precise alignment with the summer solstice. On the longest day of the year, as dawn breaks, the sun rises with uncanny accuracy directly over the heelstone, a solitary upright stone positioned just outside the main stone circle. As the first golden rays of the sun pierce the horizon, they shoot straight through the monument's grand entrance, illuminating the very heart of the central circle. It is a moment of profound cosmic theater, a testament to an ancient people's deep reverence for the sun and their mastery of its movement. But Stonehenge's celestial calendar extends beyond the summer solstice. It also meticulously aligns with the winter solstice. During the shortest day of the year, the setting sun is perfectly framed by the towering trilithons, those massive formations of two upright stones capped by a lintel. This alignment suggests a dual reverence, acknowledging both the life-giving power of the summer sun and the introspective, regenerative energy of the winter sun. Some experts even propose that Stonehenge might align with complex lunar phenomena, such as the major and minor lunar standstills. If true, this would add yet another astonishing layer to the builder's already impressive comprehension of both the sun's and the moon's intricate celestial mechanics. The sheer effort, precision, and astronomical knowledge embedded within these ancient structures, from the sands of Giza to the plains of Wiltshire, compel us to reconsider the perceived limitations of prehistoric civilizations. They stand as enduring monuments, not just to human ingenuity, but to a profound, almost spiritual connection with the cosmos, a silent dialogue between earth and sky that echoes across the ages, reminding us that perhaps the greatest mysteries are not what lies beyond our reach, but what we have forgotten of our own past. To truly grasp the monumental achievement of Stonehenge, one must delve into its construction, a feat that remains profoundly mind-blowing even today. Its final, awe-inspiring form, a testament to human ingenuity and communal will, was meticulously completed around 2500 BC. Yet, this iconic structure was not conceived and erected in a single generation. Rather, it evolved through a series of distinct phases, its genesis stretching back across an astonishing span of approximately 1,500 years. Imagine the sheer dedication, the multi-generational commitment required for such an endeavor. The very heart of this ancient monument is composed of colossal sarsen stones, each weighing many tons, arranged with breathtaking precision into a grand circular formation. But these local giants are not alone. Interspersed within this formidable ring are smaller yet equally significant blue stones. These aren't just any rocks. They are igneous and volcanic rocks, geological strangers to the Salisbury Plain, having been transported from the Preseli Hills in Wales, a journey of over 150 miles. Consider the logistics. How were these heavy, unyielding stones moved across land and water, over hills and valleys, without the benefit of wheels, draft animals, or any advanced machinery we take for granted today? It speaks to an unparalleled understanding of engineering, leverage, and perhaps a spiritual imperative that drove entire communities. Beyond the raw material lies the intricate layout of the stones themselves. They are not merely placed, they are set within a specific, sophisticated geometric pattern. An outer circle defines its perimeter, while within it, a distinctive horseshoe arrangement of 5 massive trilithons stands sentinel. Each trilithon, a structure of 2 imposing uprights capped by a horizontal lintel, frames the sky, aligning with celestial events. The extraordinary precision evident in this layout, coupled with the deliberate orientation of the stones, reveals a deep, almost uncanny, understanding of geometry and astronomy. This was no random assemblage of rocks. Every element at Stonehenge, from the individual stone to the overarching design, was imbued with purpose and profound meaning. It compels us to wonder, doesn't it, about the minds that conceived it, the hands that built it, and the cosmic secrets they sought to unlock? Shifting our gaze from monumental human achievement to the grander, often turbulent canvas of Earth's history, we encounter the Younger Dryas period. Named for the resilient Dryas octopetala flower, a hardy species that thrived in the harsh, cold conditions and became widespread across Europe during this epoch, it represents a truly fascinating chapter in our planet's climatic narrative. Spanning approximately from 12,800 to 11,500 years ago, this period marks a critical, abrupt transition from the late Pleistocene, characterized by the last vestiges of the Ice Age, to the nascent warmth of the early Holocene. This era is defined by a dramatic and sudden downturn in global temperatures, a stark reversal of the gradual warming trend that had been steadily unfolding since the last glacial maximum, the coldest phase of the most recent Ice Age. This abrupt climatic shift plunged the world back into near-glacial conditions, with temperatures plummeting by an estimated 2 to 6 degrees Celsius in a remarkably short span of time. As the world unexpectedly went cold again during the Younger Dryas, the vast volumes of meltwater, which had been steadily flowing from retreating glaciers into the oceans, drastically declined, if they did not cease altogether. This reduction in freshwater input into the North Atlantic is hypothesized to have disrupted the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, AMOC, a crucial ocean current system that transports warm water northward, effectively turning off Earth's natural thermostat. Then, after approximately 1,300 years of this frigid interlude, the meltwater flow resumed with renewed vigor, giving rise to what paleoclimatologists refer to as meltwater pulse 1b. The profound effects of the Younger Dryas were not confined solely to the North Atlantic region, the presumed epicenter of its climatic upheaval. Its chilling tendrils reached across the globe, with compelling evidence of significant climatic changes documented in distant lands, from the vast expanses of Asia and the intricate ecosystems of South America to the remote reaches of the Southern Hemisphere. The resulting cold and arid conditions exerted a significant and transformative impact on vegetation patterns, reshaping entire biomes and forcing ecosystems to adapt or perish. Critically, these harsh conditions had a devastating effect on human populations, who at this time were predominantly hunter-gatherers, their very survival intrinsically linked to the availability of game and forage. Resource scarcity would have driven migrations, sparked conflicts, and perhaps spurred innovations in survival strategies, though at an immense cost of life and tradition. Adding yet another layer of profound intrigue to this already enigmatic period is the highly debated comet impact hypothesis. This compelling, though controversial theory, posits that a comet, or perhaps a shower of its fragmented pieces, either struck Earth directly or exploded catastrophically within its atmosphere. This cataclysmic event, potentially occurring in multiple waves across a vast generacy. The sheer scale of such an impact is thought to have triggered widespread, devastating wildfires, consuming vast areas of forests and grasslands across North America and beyond. These infernos, burning with unimbricked deposit found at numerous Younger Dryas boundary sites across the globe. This dark, ubiquitous layer, often containing evidence of extraterrestrial impactors such as nanodiamonds, microspherules, and elevated levels of iridium and platinum, serves as a geological signature, a silent testament to a moment of profound cosmic violence that may have irrevocably altered the course of both Earth's climate and the trajectory of early human civilization. It forces us to confront the fragility of our world and the immense, unpredictable forces that shape its destiny. And in that confrontation, we find a deeper understanding of our place within the vast, indifferent cosmos. The very ground beneath our feet holds secrets. Etched into its layers, whispering of cataclysms long past. Among the most captivating of these geological mysteries is the Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis, a theory suggesting a cosmic event around 12,800 years ago plunged Earth into a sudden, devastating cold snap, forever altering the course of life. It's a narrative that truly captures the imagination, blending profound geological upheaval with the dramatic arc of climatic change. At the heart of this audacious hypothesis lies an astonishing array of geological evidence. Supporters point to specific markers, minute yet mighty, found within a distinct sediment layer known as the Younger Dryas boundary. Consider the nanodiamonds. These infinitesimally small yet incredibly resilient diamonds are formed under pressures so extreme, so immense, that they are virtually unknown through any ordinary terrestrial process. Their widespread discovery across vast stretches of North America, Europe, and even parts of Asia, within sediment layers precisely dated to the Younger Dryas period, speaks volumes. Their presence in such geographically disparate locations hints not merely at a localized event, but at a high-energy impact of truly global proportion. Similarly compelling are the microscopic spherules. tiny spherical particles often associated with the intense heat and pressure generated by extraterrestrial impacts or powerful volcanic eruptions. The elevated concentrations of these microspherules, embedded within the very same Younger Dryas boundary layers, further bolster the argument for a massive, sudden impact event. But the evidence does not end there. We also find elevated levels of rare elements such as iridium and platinum, elements scarce in Earth's crust, but remarkably common in meteorites and other extraterrestrial bodies. The discovery of magnetic grains, themselves containing traces of iridium, provides yet another layer of corroboration, pointing towards an external source for these unusual deposits. Perhaps the most visually striking piece of evidence is the so-called black mat, a distinctive dark layer of sediment found at numerous Younger Dryas sites. This layer is not merely dark, it is profoundly black, so heavily laden with charcoal and soot that it suggests an epoch of unprecedented wildfires. These are not merely local blazes, but conflagrations, perhaps on a hemispheric or even global scale, ignited by the searing heat and shock waves of a cosmic impact. This widespread burning, evidenced by the charcoal and soot layers in geological records, aligns perfectly with the proposed time frame, painting a vivid picture of a world engulfed in flames, a prelude to the tremendous flooding and sea. Crucially, some of these nanodiamonds are not just any diamonds. They are shock-synthesized hexagonal diamonds, also known as lonsdaleite. This particular crystalline structure is incredibly rare, and its formation is understood to occur only under the most extreme conditions: the intense heat and pressures generated by a cosmic impact. There is no known natural terrestrial process that can produce these unique structures. Their discovery is, for many, the smoking gun, a definitive fingerprint of an extraterrestrial collision. This proposed cataclysm, around 12,900 years ago, is not just about geological markers. It is intricately linked to profound biological consequences. The timing of this hypothesized impact coincides chillingly with the abrupt onset of the Younger Dryas cooling event, a rapid return to glacial conditions after a period of warming, and the extinction of a significant portion of North America's megafauna, including mammoths, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths. Was this cosmic collision the ultimate trigger for their demise? A sudden, devastating blow that reshaped ecosystems across continents? Its challenges and controversies. One significant point of contention revolves around the absence of a clear, definitive impact crater, the kind typically expected from an event powerful enough to leave such widespread geological signatures. Proponents offer compelling counterarguments, suggesting the comet might have disintegrated high in the atmosphere, creating an airburst of immense power, or perhaps struck an ice sheet, leaving no lasting crater on the bedrock below. Such an event could still unleash catastrophic energy, igniting wildfires and triggering climatic chaos without leaving an obvious scar on the land. Additionally, critics propose alternative explanations for the dramatic climatic shift that characterizes the Younger Dryas period. They point to purely terrestrial phenomena, such as significant changes in ocean circulation patterns, perhaps triggered by the sudden influx of fresh water from melting ice sheets, or even periods of intense volcanic activity, which could have injected vast quantities of aerosols into the atmosphere, blocking sunlight and inducing a global cooling effect. The debate continues, vibrant and often passionate, as the evidence for a comet impact, while undeniably compelling in its breadth and specificity, is not yet universally accepted. The Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis stands as a testament to humanity's relentless quest to understand our planet's turbulent past. It forces us to confront the fragility of our climate, the profound influence of cosmic forces, and the enduring mystery of how life on Earth has navigated through epochs of both gentle evolution and sudden, violent transformation. The echoes of that ancient impact, whether from above or within, continue to resonate, reminding us that the story of Earth is far from fully told. The very material of impact itself whispers tales of cosmic violence. Within a glassy iron-silica matrix, scientists have unearthed microscopic iron oxide spirals, a signature, a definitive marker of a possible meteorite impact. These intricate formations, born from extreme heat and pressure, serve as geological fingerprints, pointing to an event of immense energy. And then, across the vast expanse of the United States Atlantic seaboard lie the enigmatic Carolina Bays. These elliptical depressions, numbering in the tens of thousands, stretch from Florida to New Jersey, their precise origin hotly debated for decades. Some researchers, however, propose a truly dramatic genesis. They are not mere geological quirks, but rather the scars of secondary impacts. Imagine fragments of a comet shattered by Earth's atmosphere raining down across the continent. Their aligned elliptical forms, consistently oriented from the northwest, could be the telltale signature of a cometary trajectory, a celestial projectile streaking across the skies. The climactic repercussions of such a proposed event are nothing short of cataclysmic. Envision a comet impact of monumental scale, unleashing an unfathomable plume of dust, soot, and particulate matter skyward. This dense shroud, propelled into the upper atmosphere, would not merely linger, but spread globally, encircling the planet in a veil of darkness. Sunlight, the very engine of life, would be dramatically diminished, leading to an abrupt, profound plunge in global temperatures. This chilling scenario is not mere conjecture. It is precisely what unfolds within sophisticated climate models, and crucially, what is meticulously recorded in the ancient ice cores extracted from the frozen heartlands of Greenland and Antarctica. These invaluable archives of Earth's past reveal a sharp, undeniable temperature decline, precisely coinciding with the proposed timing of this cosmic collision. The cooling effect, a brutal winter unleashed upon the world, was particularly acute in the northern hemisphere, where temperature drops are estimated to have plummeted by a staggering 3 to 11 degrees Celsius in some regions. And if such an atmospheric assault were not enough, the comet's impact could have triggered a catastrophic disruption of Earth's most vital oceanic currents. Consider the Atlantic Meridional Overturning Circulation, or AMOC, a colossal conveyor belt of water that transports warmth from the tropics towards the poles, acting as a crucial regulator of global climate. An influx of fresh water from rapidly melted ice, or seismic shocks, could have stalled or severely weakened this delicate system, leading to even more pronounced cooling, especially across the North Atlantic, a region already grappling with the atmospheric consequences. During the pivotal transition from the Pleistocene epoch to the Holocene, a period roughly overlapping with the Younger Dryas, a geological blink of an eye yet profoundly transformative, something truly dramatic unfolded across North America. It was a time marked by the swift, widespread extinction of numerous species of large mammals. This tragic roster included some of the most iconic megafauna that once roamed the continent: the majestic woolly mammoths, their colossal cousins, the mastodons, the formidable saber-toothed cats, the lumbering giant ground sloths, and even the North American camel and horse. creatures that had thrived for millennia. These extinctions were not uniformly distributed across the globe. North America, in particular, bore the brunt of this devastating loss. Now, the truly intriguing aspect, the compelling piece of this complex puzzle, is the precise timing of these extinctions. They coincide with chilling accuracy with the Younger Dryas period itself. This striking temporal alignment has propelled proponents of the Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis to posit a direct causal link between the proposed comet impact and these mass extinctions. Their argument paints a grim picture. The cosmic strike would not have been a singular event, but the trigger for a devastating cascade of ecological disruptions. Widespread wildfires, ignited by the searing heat of impact, would have ravaged vast landscapes. The ensuing climate change, sudden and severe, would have reshaped ecosystems in an instant. The delicate balance of the food chain, already strained, would have fractured and collapsed. These sudden, overwhelming environmental transformations, they argue, would have simply outpaced the adaptive capabilities of these magnificent, large species, ultimately sealing their fate and leading to their irreversible demise. However, it is imperative to acknowledge that the scientific narrative is rarely monolithic. There exist robust, opposing viewpoints, challenging the cosmic impact as the sole explanation. Some scientists champion alternative explanations, foremost among them the overkill hypothesis. This theory posits that the arrival of early human populations, armed with sophisticated hunting techniques, exerted unprecedented pressure on a fauna largely unaccustomed to such predation. The skilled hunters, it is argued, systematically decimated populations, particularly the larger, slower breeding species, leading to their extinction through relentless overhunting. Yet, whether by the hand of man or the indifferent fury of the cosmos, the Younger Dryas stands as a stark reminder. It is a testament to the profound fragility of life on Earth, to the delicate balance of climate and ecosystem, and to the enduring power of events, both terrestrial and extraterrestrial, to reshape the very course of planetary history. The echoes of that ancient catastrophe continue to resonate, urging us to understand the forces that sculpt our world, and perhaps to contemplate our own precarious place within the vast, indifferent universe. The dramatic termination of the last great ice age remains one of Earth's most profound mysteries, marked by a cascade of extinctions. While some theories posit an extraterrestrial impact played a significant role in these cataclysms, others propose that natural climatic shifts, independent of any cosmic collision, were the primary drivers. These natural forces, from subtle orbital variations to intense volcanic eruptions, could have orchestrated the profound environmental transformations witnessed across the globe. In the crucible of these events, roughly half of Earth's magnificent megafauna species vanished with astonishing speed. Imagine a world suddenly bereft of mammoths, mastodons, saber-toothed cats, and giant ground sloths, creatures that had roamed the continents for millennia. All at once, around 12,000 to 13,000 years ago, the geological record begins to tell a stark tale. An abrupt proliferation of fossil remains scattered across ancient landscapes, marking the sudden demise of these colossal beasts. These aren't isolated incidents. Each fossil specimen represents a life extinguished, a species eradicated from the tapestry of existence. They simply cease to be. The debate, therefore, continues to rage within scientific circles, with the Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis standing as just one of several compelling, yet fiercely contested theories. The implications of the Younger Dryas Impact Hypothesis extend far beyond mere biological consequences. Its shadow falls heavily upon the narrative of early human populations. particularly the enigmatic Clovis culture. This remarkable civilization, distinguished by its iconic, exquisitely crafted fluted stone tools, flourished and spread across North America precisely within the same critical time frame as the Younger Dryas event. Researchers have observed a striking correlation between the apparent transformation or even disappearance of the Clovis culture and the abrupt onset of this climatic downturn. This connection suggests that the proposed impact event, or the ensuing environmental upheaval, might have catastrophically disrupted the very fabric of life for these ancient hunter-gatherers. The rapid, brutal shift to colder, drier conditions during the Younger Dryas was an undeniable ecological shock. It would have fundamentally altered the availability of vital food sources and essential resources for these nomadic peoples. Vast grasslands could have given way to permafrost, glaciers might have re-advanced, and once fertile regions could have succumbed to aridification. Compounding these challenges was the catastrophic decline in megafauna populations, which served as a crucial, perhaps even foundational, resource for the Clovis people. Their traditional hunting grounds would have emptied, their primary protein sources dwindling, forcing an immediate and desperate need for adaptation. Archaeological evidence unearthed from numerous sites across the continent lends powerful support to this narrative of adaptation and resilience. A noticeable and widespread change in human tool technology and subsistence patterns emerges in the inch towards smaller, more diverse tools, indicative of a broader diet that included smaller game, fish, and a greater reliance on plant foraging. This period also witnesses the emergence of more regionally diverse cultures, a stark contrast to the previously widespread and relatively uniform Clovis technology. It suggests that human groups facing localized environmental pressures developed unique, localized solutions, fragmenting into distinct cultural expression. Dr. Carlson, a prominent voice in this discourse, draws our attention to the profound significance of rapid temperature changes throughout Earth's history. He particularly to near glacial conditions after a prolonged phase of warming known as the Bolling-Allerud interstadial. His perspective fundamentally challenges the conventional view of gradual, incremental climate shifts. Instead, Carlson posits a far more dynamic, even volatile, and potentially unstable global climate system. He meticulously points to historical precedents, meticulously documented in paleoclimatic records such as ice cores and deep-sea sediment cores. These invaluable archives reveal a recurring pattern of abrupt climatic transitions, demonstrating the Earth's inherent sensitivity and its capacity for dramatic, swift change. The Bolling-Allerud warming period, immediately preceding the Younger Dryas, is itself a testament to such rapid shifts. These events are not mere footnotes in Earth's history. They serve as critical case studies, allowing scientists to unravel the intricate mechanisms governing our planet's climate, to understand its resilience, and, perhaps more importantly, its fragility. The lessons gleaned from these ancient cataclysms resonate deeply today, urging us to consider the profound and often unpredictable forces that shape our world, and indeed, our destiny. Among the most intriguing hypotheses challenging our understanding of Earth's deep past is the idea that comet and asteroid impacts may have played a far more significant role in shaping planetary history than is currently recognized. The renowned researcher Randall Carlson speculates that these cataclysmic events could have been powerful enough to trigger profound shifts, from the onset of devastating ice ages or abrupt climatic upheavals to potentially even contributing to the vast, mysterious mass extinctions that punctuate the geological record. In the specific context of the Younger Dryas, a period of sudden and dramatic cooling that temporarily reversed the warming trend at the end of the last glacial period, Carlson and other proponents of the impact hypothesis argue for a singular cosmic event. They posit that such an impact was the primary trigger for the abrupt and severe climate change observed during this enigmatic epoch, a sudden plunge back into near-glacial conditions that lasted for approximately 1,200 years. To support their claims, they meticulously point to a wealth of geological and ice core evidence, each piece a silent witness to a turbulent past. Ice core records, meticulously extracted from the ancient frozen depths of Greenland and Antarctica, offer incredibly detailed, layered insights into past climates, acting as frozen archives of our planet's atmospheric history. Carlson highlights distinct layers within these precious cores that correspond precisely to rapid, almost instantaneous changes in temperature and atmospheric composition. These anomalies, recorded in the very fabric of ancient ice, are interpreted by him as compelling evidence for catastrophic events of immense scale. Further corroborating this audacious impact hypothesis are other geological markers found globally. These include sediment layers extraordinarily rich in iridium, an element exceedingly rare in Earth's crust, but abundant in extraterrestrials, such as platinum and palladium, are also found in concentrations far exceeding terrestrial norms at specific stratigraphic boundaries. Perhaps the most startling evidence comes from the Younger Dryas boundary sediments themselves. Here, scientists have discovered the presence of shocked quartz, synthesized hexagonal, and other nano-sized diamonds. These microscopic diamonds, formed only under conditions of extreme heat and pressure, are found in direct association with high concentrations of soot and other wildfire indicators. This unique geochemical signature is remarkably consistent with the immense energy release of a cosmic impact event that occurred approximately 12,900 years ago, unleashing widespread devastation and global conflagrations. Building upon this foundation, Randall Carlson's theory extends even further, proposing the existence of advanced human civilizations that thrived long before the commonly accepted timeline of known history. He speculates that these sophisticated societies may have flourished potentially even preceding the last Great Ice Age, which itself concluded roughly 11,700 years ago. This profoundly challenges the conventional archaeological view, which attributes the emergence of complex civilization to much later periods, such as the Sumerian and ancient Egyptian civilizations that arose around 6,000 years ago. According to Carlson, these prehistoric societies were not merely technologically advanced, they also possessed a profound spiritual understanding and a deep, intuitive wisdom that connected them intimately with the natural world and cosmic cycles. He speculates that their technological capabilities could have encompassed far more than simple tools, potentially including highly advanced architecture, sophisticated astronomical knowledge, and other sciences that far surpassed what is typically associated with prehistoric cultures. It's a concept that forces us to reconsider the very trajectory of human development. To support his extraordinary theory, Carlson points to the sheer complexity and breathtaking sophistication of ancient structures found across the globe. He sneers, the enigmatic Stonehenge, with its astronomical alignments and massive transported stones, and myriad other megalithic sites worldwide, each bearing the hallmark of advanced planning and execution. He argues that the astonishing precision in construction, the deliberate astronomical alignments, and the evident engineering skills embedded within these structures collectively suggest a level of knowledge and technological capability far exceeding what mainstream archaeology typically acknowledges. Many of these ancient structures, indeed, exhibit precise alignments with celestial bodies and cosmic events, hinting at a profound connection between early human endeavors and the heavens above. It makes one wonder, what else we have forgotten? The very fabric of ancient phenomena, from the precise solstices to the subtle equinoxes, hints at a profound, advanced astronomical knowledge. Understanding of prehistory. Consider the monumental Giza pyramid complex, its layout mirroring with breathtaking accuracy the stars in the belt of the constellation Orion, a celestial clock frozen in stone. Across continents, the enigmatic Stonehenge aligns with the solstices, a testament to an intricate understanding of cosmic cycles. Carlson's most provocative hypothesis suggests that these sophisticated ancient civilizations, far from fading slowly, may have met their sudden, cataclysmic downfall. He posits they were obliterated by catastrophic events, perhaps the devastating impact of a comet or other immense natural disasters that reshaped the very surface of the Earth. Such calamities, he argues, could have wiped out entire populations, leading to an almost unimaginable loss of knowledge and technology, plunging survivors into a prolonged dark age. Yet, Carlson insists, remnants of this lost wisdom persist. They are not found in obvious historical records, but rather subtly woven into the intricate tapestries of global mythologies, embedded within sacred religious texts, and encoded in ancient symbols that transcend disparate cultures. According to Carlson, these age-old stories and enigmatic symbols are far more than mere folklore. They may contain allegorical references, veiled accounts of real, world-altering events, and the truly advanced knowledge possessed by these prehistoric civilizations, now echoing faintly through the mists of time. We are left to wonder, what other truths lie hidden, waiting to be rediscovered in the forgotten narratives of our distant ancestors?